Hey, top of the world to you today.
This is a scary smile I came out with there.
Was it?
Yeah, very close to the
We
camera.
sure hope someone's watching us.
Yeah, come join us.
Please.
It's not a little freaky at all.
No, not at all.
So we're kind of pumped about today because we like to give you guys a little more info about the course. And maybe some of you have been kind of sitting on the fence for a while and you thought, oh, how am I going to get this second part, this in-person piece done? And especially if you guys are from the States, you want to tune into this one because we're going to let you know where we're going and when we're going there, hopefully soon. we'll pull it up
It's
because
so
we can't
hot
remember.
here.
It's so hot here, guys.
We're not used to that in Alberta.
No, and I know that there's many of you out there in the States, especially the southern states, that you're like, that's nothing. But for us, it's hot, people.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
hot. So for those of you who do have a few questions left about the course, please feel free to put them in or private message us because we do love to tell you all about that. But we'll go through our regular rigmarole first and foremost here. And that first one is, get your hashtag ready.
Oh,
hashtag holy jumping tuna fish. Holy, I like that. We did that one wrong this time.
Yeah.
But that's okay. So if you hear something today that blows your mind or you're like, oh my gosh, that's where you guys are going, throw in that hashtag for us because we like to know. We like to know what you guys are liking.
People used to put in that little Bitmojicon thing, that little fish.
Bitmojicon. I like that you took all of them and just smushed them into one word. That's what we're calling them now, people. Bitmojicons. And then the second hashtag is, of course, that we are life changers. And we don't just mean us. We mean all of you, all of your horses, all of the lovely people around the world who take the chance and the opportunity to make somebody's life better every single day that we live and breathe. And it really does boil down to it, people. It's kindness. Throw a little bit more kindness out in this world because good Lord, do we need it sometimes, I tell you.
Holy jumping. That's a holy jumping tuna fish right there.
Yep. So if you feel the need to spread a little kindness, please do. We should be spreading that stuff around like confetti these days. And then, of course, share this out. Because anybody who you know who might be in the States would want to know this information as to where we are going and when we are going to be there so that they can come get their stuff in. And I think for both these courses, if you signed up pretty quick, you'd have time still to get it all done and all your theory done beforehand so that you can make it to these courses.
Yes.
Yeah, you got time. You got time,
man.
Oh, there we go. So just to introduce ourselves as well, my name is Carolyn Charles. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing, as well as an instructor and facilitator for the Equine Connection, the Academy of Equine Assisted Learning. Oh, and I forgot to say, we like to know who you people are watching us. So let us know who you are and where you're from as well.
Because we don't want to feel alone. Yeah. How alone are we? Anyway, hi. And I'd love to just tell you, I mean, this was a seed that was planted beyond years ago. Beyond years ago. I just knew that I wanted to work with horses, but I love our certification for the solid fact that the welfare of the horse comes first. And anything we do, we don't use our horses. We literally partner with them. We literally let them teach the humans. But it's so beautiful because the programs that are designed to go with this certification help humans every moment they arrive to be able to make a change in their life. They're empowered by how they get to make the choices and how they get to make those, I guess, solutions to some of the problems that they're having out there.
Adjustments.
Yeah. And then they're able to transfer it to their own lives. That's why this program and the curriculum program that comes with it is so beyond powerful because you really are helping a human. And if you're anyone like me, my whole thing was, what's my purpose on earth? Like, I really want to know what's my purpose. And don't get me wrong, I know we all have purpose, but I thought before I die, I needed something that was way more purposeful than just selling material things. So that's where I was at. And I tell you, this fills the ever-living being's soul every day, not with only purpose, but fulfillment and happiness and destiny, because you see a human make a change right before your very eyes. Not because we were pretty profound sometimes. Yeah. But it's really not because of us. It's because of the horses and understanding how to speak in their language, in their world, and of course in their culture. And that's what makes this thing so very special.
And again, for those of you who are watching, throw in who you are and where you're from, just so we can answer any questions or say hello to you, because we like to do that too. And then, like Carrie said before, then we don't feel alone.
Yeah. Where are you?
Yeah. Where are you, peoples?
Anybody there?
Yeah. Knock, knock. So any hoodle,
we're going to talk about the course first. So
Yeah.
how the course works is you do your online theory piece first. So what the heck is equine assisted learning and this certification? So it's 4 solid days it's designed for. So it's 6 hours a day. So
plus
you
your
get
homework.
plus your homework. Yes. But I think I included that in the 6 hours. But anyway,
We'll see.
okay. So it's a day.
Yeah.
So each day is set out into day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. The beautiful thing is everybody who takes this online course, they're blown away because they all say, I have never been in an online course that made me so excited, that made me want to keep watching it, that made me feel so happy, that made me actually understand the horse. So the course itself is very, very powerful, but the beauty is you don't have to pay for, accommodations and gas and coming to us personally, even though it looks like we're with you because we set up the training like we literally are with you. So it's a pretty cool way of doing it. Then the 5th day is now you take your brain off of equine assisted learning. Then we take you into business mode because of course our certification is about helping you to get to your success. We literally aren't successful until you are. So we don't just certify people. We literally help you in your business to get to the success that you're going to get to. So that's pretty powerful. So then you go into business brain. And now you get to start practicing and doing your programs. And then you choose a certification that you want to come and do the practical in-person training at, which globally we have everywhere. But we are very specific to this live today that it's going to be in the US of A. And then we might mention, of course, Australia, because anyone who is watching from Australia.
Yeah, you might be up super early, but we'll mention it as well. So the places that we're going for this in-person practical, and what happens in the in-person piece is we go through all of your curriculum programs. So the nice thing is you'll have the theory behind you already. And then once you get to this portion, you really want to know the nitty gritty of, okay, how do I run these programs? How is this going to roll? What does it feel like to go through the programs? Because it really is pretty essential that you go through some of the programs yourself so you know how your clients are going to feel while you are facilitating them through the same programs. So that's all we do. Horses and programs.
And watch the horses, because that's the key to facilitating. If you're not listening to what the teacher is saying, then it's all in vain. It really is, because then you're just dealing with human things, and we really shouldn't even be touching on human problems because we got way too much of them.
That's
right. Where the horse is right there. And I do have to tell you, that's one of the hardest things.
Yeah.
There's 2 hard things in becoming certified, especially through us. One is going from teaching to facilitating, because you want to empower people versus teaching people. Teaching, these skills don't stay as long. So facilitating allows them to figure it out. And the second thing is to actually watch the horse and listen to the horse, because people get engaged with people. So now they start listening to the people, and it's like, no, you partner with the horse. And then you step in because the horse has told you so.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter where we go in the world. A lot of people have been like, oh, well, will it be different if it's not at the home location? Horses is a horse. They speak the same language around the world. So we can absolutely work with any of the horses at any of the facilities that we go to. You didn't even do anything.
Nothing.
Okay.
It's my age. It's my age.
Yeah, just clicked in there.
Yeah.
So we can work with any horses. And the cool thing about going to one of the traveling locations as well is you get to see how different people might set things different ways to make it work for your facility too. So you're absolutely getting the same training regardless of where you go to any of our traveling locations as well. So getting into those, the next one we have up is in Salisbury, Massachusetts.
Woo, woo.
So that's just, I think it's about 45 minutes to an hour outside of Boston. So it's a nice location and gorgeous as well. And that's August 28th to the 30th. That's right.
And it's 3 days.
3 days of horses and programs,
learning
programs and horses.
Oh. And she has fjords. So I'm kind of super beyond excited to be actually working with them. I did it in Denmark. You did it when you went there last time. But I'm very, very excited. So you want to come and be a part of that?
Yes. And Cynthia, she's on. She says Salisbury. Yes.
Yes.
That's where we're headed, Cynthia. So
I
very
think
exciting
she's already
stuff.
registered.
Yeah, she can't. She's that excited about it.
That's
Even
exactly
a little
right.
party hat
Yeah.
for your Bitmoji-Con.
You were number one, Cynthia. I just double checked. You were number one and signing up for that baby.
And I'm not crazy, people. There's one of those teeny tiny flies that just keeps buzzing around the front of my face. So if I'm going like this, that's what it is.
Sure.
She says, yes, I'm going. So it's a beautiful facility as well. And Marianne Sear, her and her husband, Joe, own that facility, and they are phenomenal people too. So you'll get to meet them and see what they do at their place. And it is a really nice layout, and it's
wholesome and grounding. And it is such a beautiful way. And the beauty with doing the traveling component after your practical training is you got all the theory out of the way. You don't have to now combine theory with practical. You get all the theory, so it's strong in you. Now you put it into play. And that's why it's so powerful, because it really is just horses. You will be shocked at how amazing it is. Like, there's not one human in 16 years who's done the traveling or the in-person training that is not like completely
blown away,
floored.
Yeah. And going home, I have to go home and talk to my horses and say, I'm sorry for not listening.
It's very cool.
And then the next location we have is in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So that's about 40 minutes outside of El Paso, Texas. So it's kind of right there on the border, and a lovely location as well. And we're not going while it is hot as the hubs of hell.
No, we can't even handle our own heat here.
No, last time we went there, it was in June, and it was like the face of the sun again. So we're not doing that. We're going October 2nd to 4th is the Las Cruces training. And again, beautiful location as well. We've got 3 horses that are Phoenix is hilarious. So you will love these pony pones. And again, it's the same training. It's just in different ways of setup. So one has a barn, one doesn't have a barn, one has a garage for a classroom, one has the actual like barn where the stalls are for a classroom. Here we have an actual classroom. So you don't have to worry about where you go to see how you're going to set it up and how you're going to roll for your own facility. But it's great to see the different ways that we can make it roll with different horses, personalities, and different walks of life, because Las Cruces, not a big place, whereas Salisbury is a little bit bigger and right outside of Boston, which is huge as well. So there's all sorts of different ways that you can make it run and work for you.
Absolutely. And of course, we're there in the training. So we should also say, if anyone is watching from Australia though too, we do have a 3-day training in October the 21st to the 23rd, and that is in Terry Hills, Sydney, Australia. Now, of course, that's not us. No. That is Jane and Alice, who look after that side of the world.
Yeah, and that's the last one. Training. The last one for the year, I think, out there for Australia.
So again, even if you're from New Zealand, it's a great flyover, because I think it's around 4 hours the flight, if I recall the last time. I feel it was like 4 hours, because I was shocked. I actually thought it was going to be an hour flight. It's no hour flight.
Turns out those countries are further apart.
Yeah, way further than I thought. But it does make sense, because Australia is anything can kill you.
Yeah.
And then New Zealand is nothing can kill you. So I really like that beautiful balance.
So they should be 4 hours apart.
They should be. It only makes sense.
And if you do have any questions about the different locations, or how you sign up for these, or how you sign up for the course, you can definitely message us or throw your questions up in here as well for the next little bit while we're on. But feel free to fire those all through. We're more than happy to answer any questions you have.
You got it. And one more way too, if you are just a person who, like you travel, you can't travel because of things that are happening in your life, or you just don't like to travel. You just could be that person, and that's okay. There is. My mom is one of those people too.
Bizarre.
Yeah, we have the no travel training as well. That's also available. So this is done in where you can still do it from the comfort of your own home. And I do have to tell you, sometimes we're like, geez, I don't know. Like, we do great videos. Like, we've done it specifically knowing that you're not with us. So the videos are very detailed, and we've actually recorded it when we've had live training. So you can kind of feel a part of how the discussion rolls and all that good stuff. But oh my goodness, like, blown away with how powerful that training is too, from people who've been doing the no travel training. Like, it's powerful. And then of course you send us a video. We get to see how you are briefing it, how you're doing it in your arena and debriefing and hitting those parallels, and boom, you got your certificate. So there's many, many possibilities. But again, you know what? Life is too short. People, we're going to die. Now, I have to bring it up because it's a great way for us to live. I always say, if you know that you're going to die, then we don't waste time trying to live, because it's, you know, you don't have much time. If we think of anybody who's passed on, we're like, it was a blink. Any of us who have children, we're like, how in the world did my kids reach 30 or 40 years old? How is this even possible? It's a blink. And seriously, do it. Take the leap. You have nothing to lose. You only have something to gain, and it's going to change your life. Truly. That is one thing I have to say. Even if you took the course and you went somewhere else later on, it wouldn't matter. Everything that you learn through understanding your horse and working with people and running your own business, oh my gosh, it is so beyond worth it. And life is too short.
Cynthia, we are taking the leap. So excited. We are so excited to have you.
I like that. Excited.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Cynthia, you and I are getting along quite fine.
We'll make it all work. Baby.
Absolutely.
No, and we're excited to have you. And it truly is a life-changing thing for yourself. And you know, we've always said how much these programs are for everybody that attends, but it truly is life-changing for yourself as well, and for your horses. So if you feel like you've missed that connection, or there's something deeper you want to go into with your horses, that's a huge part of all of this as well, because we never use horses. We always keep the welfare of the horse first and foremost in everything we do. And we really do work with them as the teacher. And to do that, we have to understand our horses. So it is a completely different and deeper connection that you'll have as well. She says, I was typing too fast. That's why I got the S on there.
I like the S. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's plural exciting.
Yeah, exactly. It all rolled.
So yeah, that's the HAPS, people. We are headed down to the States, and the next one is in August. So make sure that if you are in the States, you want to tune into that to make sure that you are getting in for one of those courses, because those are the last 2 USA courses for this year.
Absolutely. And if any of you Americans want to fly this way, of course, Calgary, I think we still have 2 more in-person trainings here as well, because sometimes it's fun to just take the trip over the border.
And something else we should mention is the currency.
I was just going to say.
Good, because I can't believe we would forget about that. The Canadian dollar is worth less than your American dollar. So when you buy things, we charge in Canadian dollars. So it ends up being significantly less expensive when you pay for it, and it comes through on your credit card bill.
That's the nice part. So if you take a look at our courses, whether it be the certification with no business or certification with business, which that's still my favorite one, because you still always want to be a part of our lives. Like, that is where you get the supported training for the rest of your career when you are with us. But if you think about that, that's $69.97. And when you do that currency exchange, because it's about a 30% difference.
I think the other day it was, what was it, 69? It was 52 something or something like that. Like, our dollar was really bad.
Like, that's almost a couple of $1,000. Yeah. Like, Cynthia, difference. You must have seen that too. You buy the course and then it comes through and you're like, what? It's not as much money.
Yeah.
Right? So it really is quite powerful. Any of you from the USA, that's a holy jumping tuna fish. You save thousands, because we've kept our courses in Canadian dollars. We have not switched it to make it go the other way. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, way less. Yeah.
It's amazing. But I tell you, when we come to your little country there, big country,
big brother,
it costs lots of dough, because we're paying always 30% more. You see, to come visit you guys. Yeah. So come and visit.
Because we really are only, I think, 70 cents to the dollar right now.
We bad low.
But good for you.
Yeah, exactly. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Whoop, whoop. Okay.
That's it for today. And I think we're going to be off for a couple weeks.
Yep.
So we will see you guys in August.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have any questions, I'm going to use my mouth completely now. Private message us, or you can shoot us an email, or check out our website. I have that sucker on here too, equineconnection.ca. And there is a ton of info on there, as well as our contact info too.
Absolutely. And thank you so much, Cynthia, for joining us
Yeah,
today.
you kept us company the whole
You
time.
did.
Much
We
appreciated.
appreciate it.
Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
Bye.